Hello friends, it's Michelle back again for another weekly wax meltdown. I'm going to go through what I've melted in the last week and give you my thoughts, and as always, Scentsy comes first. Currently available scents at that, so let's get started with Red, White, and Berry Pie. This is June's scent of the month. I had to think for a second. Can't believe we're already in July. Red, White, and Berry Pie is a ripened cherry, raspberry, and vanilla. Because it was scent of the month, we got top, mid, base. Notes, top notes are clementine, sugar apple, peach preserves with mid note of ripened cherry, red raspberry, and wild cranberry. Base notes of buttered pastry, vanilla bean, and coconut sugar. And I kind of get like a pot of every kind of berry you can think of. With a little bit of brightness, maybe like from that clementine. I don't personally get a buttered pastry note. I kind of get the coconut sugar. Yeah. So everyone's different. My daughter says she gets the pastry, and I know wax tubers have gone both ways as well. This is a decent performer. I like it actually, and I would say this is very similar to the Bring Back My Bar Buckleberry, but a little bit brighter, more red berries. To me, Buckleberry was more of like dark berries, a dark version of fruit, and this is more of a lighter version, brighter. Anyway, I like it. I'm not going to stock up or anything, but it is still currently available if you'd like to try it and have not. Also, still currently available is the Lion King Circle of Life. This is golden amber, sandalwood, and vanilla. And if you love sandalwood, definitely try this one out. This is heavy on that sandalwood, almost like pencil shavings sandalwood. Like very woodsy, to my nose at least. I only get a very little bit of vanilla with this, and a teeny tiny bit of amber. Not my favorite, a little too woodsy for me, but definitely a great scent if you like that kind of woodsy, ambery, with a little bit of vanilla type of scent. Next, unfortunately, the rest of my Scentsy stack here is not currently available unless you put it in your Scentsy club. First, you know what? I have these in a certain order, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit. First, let's go through some that were available in June, either for Bring Back My Bar or the Father's Day collection that's not available any longer, but maybe you have it in your club, maybe you have some bars sitting around that you haven't worn. So we're going to go through these next. Berry of Paradise. This one, where'd you go? Strawberry, Bird of Paradise, and vanilla bean. And a great strawberry scent. It's got a good creaminess to it, but not like a sour milk creaminess. Just some vanilla with some strawberry. Maybe a tad of that floral, but not much. An absolute great scent, especially if you like strawberry scents. I will say this is not quite the performer that I would like. It is light to medium. I'm hoping as it cures it gets a little stronger. I currently put this in my club, but it may not stay very long if it doesn't get any stronger. The club's getting out of hand, so something is gonna have to decide on scents that can go, and that is weak performers, unfortunately. Next, another Bring Back My Bar from last month that you may have some lying around is Cutie Pie Cupcake. This is sweet clementine, yellow cake batter, and vanilla and sugary icing. I'm not a huge bakery fan. I think this is considered bakery, and I love it. And, you know, I consider, after I've warmed it, you know, ooh, I love it. I got to keep it in my club. And then after a few days, I forget kind of how much I loved it. And I'm like, maybe it can come out. Let me warm another bar and see. And then I love it. Can't go anywhere. Kind of one of those. Definitely yellow cake. I would say cooked cake, not batter on this one, to my nose. And then clementine is definitely there, but it's not overly done. It is just to give that yellow cake a little more sophistication, I guess. Yeah. I don't personally get a lot of sweetness from it other than the cake and the clementine. But I guess I could see where there is maybe, you know, some added like icing note. But for me on warm, that doesn't really come out. Next, lemon coconut chiffon. This is a lemon custard, butter cake, toasted coconut. And this is another one, kind of same thing as Cutie Pie cupcake. I'm like, it's just a coconut, a lemon, sweet lemon scent. And then I warm it and I'm like, oh, I love this. It has to stay in my club. Yeah. And then, you know, a few days go by, haven't smelled it warm, you know, in a few days. I'm like, maybe this can come out of our club. Let's melt it again and see. Nope. So as long as I keep that cycle, I probably won't take those out. Next is 2 of the Father's Day scents. Both of these were returning scents. I think the tangerine sandalwood, whatever the new scent was in this Father's Day collection. I don't think I have any more of those bars. Anyway, I've got a Route 66, however you say it. This is exhilarating breeze of citrus, herb, and musk. And I really, really like this scent too. It's clean. It's herbal, but not like medicinal herbal. A clean herbal. Not a ton of musk. It's really just like clean. And you know, when I warmed this last time, I was like, you know what it kind of smells like? Just a little bit. Irish Spring Soap. Don't let that turn you off because it's a much better version of it. But it kind of reminds me of that. Not so much to the extent of the vitamin I inhale, I think. I mean, that was Irish Spring to the max, like so much. This is like an elevated version of Irish Spring. And I would say this could go either way, feminine, masculine. This is kind of one of those scents. Anywho, I like it. Performance, I haven't said performance the last few, have I? Performance for Route 66 is medium to strong for me. Performance of lemon coconut chiffon is a good medium for me. Cutie Pie cupcake is medium to strong for me. And I think I addressed Berry of Paradise. Next is My Dear Watson. Bergamot, mint, cedar, and suede. Now, anytime I see bergamot, I'm worried that it's going to be this overly, almost peppery type of masculine citrus type note, because a lot of times bergamot leans that way to my nose, and this is one of those times. It's clean. It's got a little of that suede and a little of that citrus to brighten it up. But that bergamot, I feel like, is a bit too peppery almost. Yeah. Too masculine, like, you know, someone just sprayed on a cheap body spray. Not even really a cologne, I don't think. Maybe. Anyway. And that's a good performer, but that might also be because I don't really care for the scent. Okay. Next little stack we'll go through. These are in my club. Like I said, all of those are also in my club, but I felt like since they just left us, I would do those first. So, in my club is My Home. This was in the January Bring Back My Bar. It says a favorite spicy cinnamon and floral scent. And I do smell cinnamon, but the floral in this makes it smell so much better than like a bakery cinnamon. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's a red hot cinnamon. It is more like of a baked cinnamon. But that floral note just adds so much to this. Try it if you ever see it anywhere. Ooh, speaking of, okay, this uploads on Wednesday morning at 4 a.m. So, at 10 a.m. Central today, starts a flash sale. And I want to say they set up to 70% off. So, check out my website or your consultant's website for those savings. There's even going to be like bundles of bars available, like retired bars. So, look for those as well. My website is in the description box below. If you have a consultant, you know those websites already. Moving on. Vitamin S for Soothe. This is in my club. Gentle Water Lily and Soothing Sea Minerals. This is so good. And it lasts forever. I mean, at 6 days, I finally was like, I've had enough. I need to smell something else. And this was in our bedroom, so average size bedroom with ensuite, you know, all that attached. But just fresh air, kind of exhilarating to me. A medium performer. And, you know, maybe after 4 or 5 days it started getting lighter, but still definitely noticeable. So, I love it. I'm kind of weary to say this will never leave my club, but I don't think this will ever leave my club. Next is Lavender Violet, and this is Spun Sugar, Lavender, and Marshmallow. This was a part of the Life's a Garden Wax collection that was out sometime last year. The best, perfect mixture of lavender, violet, and marshmallow. You've definitely got a little herbalness from the lavender, but not too much. A little floral from that violet, and then some sweetness with that marshmallow. I have 2 of these in my bi-monthly club. Another one I don't see myself taking out, but, you know. And then my beloved Apple Press. If you haven't tried this, you gotta vote it back if you ever see it. This is, let's see. The description says, the smell of crisp fall days, crunchy apples, juicy pears, and just a hint of the last full roses of the summer. This originally came out in the fall of winter and winter of 2012. I think it looks like it stayed in the catalog for a few years, and then after that has been brought back several times in Bring Back My Bar. I think I put it in my club in January of 2020 when it came back. It is, for me, the perfect apple scent. I don't like just a basic apple. Like, I want something else in it to give it a little complexity, you know? And that's what this does. A little bit of pear and that little bit of rose. I mean, I don't know that I would know those are there. But, like, if I smelled this right next to Johnny Appleseed, I would know there's more than just apple in this. But by itself, it's not like I would probably pick those out. It is great. And I don't think it's just a fall apple. I think it's an all year round apple. Roses are around in the spring, you know. So, anyway. So, that's that stack of things currently in my club. Also in my club, Dumbo. This is Clementine Peach Mango Vanilla Bean, and it's pretty much that, a creamy version of mixed of peach, mango, and clementine. It is an absolutely wonderful scent. It just is a light performer when it's a new pour. The older it gets, the stronger it gets. For me, the best is around 2 years old, and I don't want to have to keep a bar for 2 years before I can, like, put it in my open concept. Anyway, it's in my club right now. We shall see how long it stays. Next one is Frozen 2, The North Calls. Grapefruit, Lily of the Valley, Marine. I feel like I show y'all the same scents all the time. That's why I've got to cut down my club so I can focus on currently available scents. This is not one that will ever leave. After what I said earlier, I think I can strongly say this one will never leave because I don't know if it's coming back. You know, a lot of the licensed scents seem to come back every so often, but this collection came out in 2019. That's when I put it in my club. I actually started my club for this scent. So, this will never come out. It is a perfumey with a little bit of, like, marine. It's not a saltiness. It's almost like a masculine marine mixed with a feminine grapefruit. And what else did it say? Lily of the Valley. A light floral, like a white floral. So not a powdery floral to my nose. Mixed with a perfumey grapefruit. And then kind of a little bit of masculine marine note. Love it. Like I said, won't come out. Medium performer. And speaking of licensed bars rarely coming back, this one will be. This is Ravenclaw Wit and Wisdom. And we got two different descriptions with this one. One description is smooth vanilla, airy, white musk, light incense, spiked sandalwood, and mahogany woods. Or we got suede, sandalwood, and smooth vanilla. And I kind of feel like it's a mix of both of those. There is like an airy white musk, so there's like a fresh air note. But then there's a heavy incense, kind of like sandalwood, but that also has like a leather, so like a leather bound book with an airy musk. The only reason probably I will take this out here pretty soon is because it is coming back. I don't remember when, sometime before the end of the year. Okay, a few more Scentsy. These are not currently available and have not been available for a little while, except one. You know, I do these stacks and then I end up getting them wrong. This is the Mandalorian Air of Adventure. It is silver mint, crisp bergamot, earthy sweet geranium, eucalyptus, orange zest. And this is kind of a little of all of that. Another very unique scent. I would say the first thing I get is the silver mint, and then a little bit of that bergamot, a little bit of the geranium, and just a teeny tiny little eucalyptus orange kind of in the background. Very good though. Next is Aladdin Friend Like Me, another one that needs to come back. This is Sapphire Mist, Blue Cyclamen Petals, and Magnolia Blossom. This is a clean, fresh scent. Fresh air, kind of fresh aquatic, actually. Kind of a fresh aquatic. Which I think may come from the cyclamen petals that kind of gives it that almost aquatic type floral note. It's a good one. These bars are getting a little old. May of 2019. So they're getting a little old. I would say light to medium performer. Next is Strawberry Champagne Truffle. And this one, do I have it on my... Yes. Fresh strawberries, creamy vanilla, and a splash of champagne. I almost said I wish I would have put this in my club. But it probably would have already gotten cut by now anyway. I mean, you know, it's the truth of the matter. This is a strawberry scent, yes. Foremost is a strawberry scent. It does have a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of champagne type. Oh, I don't know if I would say, I wouldn't say like an effervescence, but definitely like a sparkling, which I know that's kind of effervescence, but it's not effervescence. It's just got that brightness from a champagne. A little bit of creaminess with the strawberry. This was a very light performer, and that's why it did not go into my Scentsy Club. This has not been back since spring summer 2020 catalog. I actually found this at one of the vendors at that huge flea market we went to. If you haven't checked out that video, check that out. I know it's long, but I got a lot of wax in that, you know, in the flea market and everything, and places we went. There was wax everywhere. Can't resist. That's one of them I got from one of the vendors there. I went in looking for, you know, what I couldn't get, basically, all the retired scents. And I got that one and a couple from the Glamorous You collection. I think I already warmed those last month, though. Okay, next is Up. Up. Adventure is out there. And this says, lush tropical notes of mandarin splash, honeydew, coconut water, and watery green apple. I would say the prominent note to my nose is honeydew, but that might be because I don't really care for honeydew. So that kind of might make it stick out a little more than it would to you. But I get honeydew, maybe a little apple, and then coconut water. And a medium performer, maybe medium to light, but I think a pretty good medium performer. Okay, that's all for Scentsy for this week. All, like it wasn't a lot. Next I have two little things of pink zebra. couple random things, and then 3 candles. So stick with me. If you're just here for Scentsy, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. First goal is 500. I'm over halfway there. I need your help. I cannot use that community tab in YouTube until I hit 500. Believe me, I've asked them to give me access and they didn't. So, all right, Pink Zebra, I did Royal Blue Citrus. And this is, you probably don't care to see the bag. This is Ocean Waves Crashing the Shoreline mixed with notes of fresh citrus and musk. So it is, I would say, kind of along the lines of Blue Grotto, but there's a definite musk in here in this Royal Blue Citrus that's not in Blue Grotto. And it may be, too, the Crashing on the Shoreline, because there is a little bit of, like, saltiness. But not too much, because I'm kind of sensitive on the salty notes on some aquatic. Anyway, I really like this. I did buy a carton of it, which is 16 ounces of sprinkles. Next, what I warmed from Pink Zebra is Rainbow Cookies. And this is sugary vanilla almond cookie cake layered with sweet raspberry jam topped with a light chocolate drizzle. This is Paisley's pick for July. So it's only available, you get what I'm saying, for July. And it actually, well, I'm going to do a separate video in what this came in and why I even have this. But, so keep a lookout for that video. This smelled like very similar to like a red velvet cake with a little bit of added like raspberry, little added, you know, fruity raspberry with a little sugar. So red velvet plus raspberry. Very good. I don't know if my nose is changing. My preferences are changing, but you know, I said I'm not much of a bakery lover, and like the lemon coconut chiffon from Scentsy and the cutie pie cupcake from Scentsy, I am loving. And then this, I went ahead and I have already ordered 2 jars, so a little larger than a Scentsy bar worth, 2 of them in this scent. Actually, they're coming in bags. Anyway, that's a whole nother story too. But anyway, very nice. I have a party link in the description box below if you're interested in checking out Pink Zebra. Just a party link, so I get hostess rewards, basically. Just, you know, anyway. It's not that I'm selling it myself, obviously. Can't do that. But, alright, moving on. I just got these, I think this past weekend, and I went ahead and warmed them. Sunshine Apple from Target. And this is, what brand is this? What brand is this? Threshold. It says it, maybe you can see it. Yeah, Threshold is the brand. It's Sunshine Apple, and it's notes of crisp pear and citrus. And this was a strong performer. I was actually really surprised. The little cubes, they don't pour over this little bar here. So they are individual cubes, which was kind of weird if you're used to others that, you know, go all the way up. So I was surprised that it did so well. But I would say it was mostly pear. I guess a little citrus, but you know, it definitely had a chemical smell to it. And to my nose, pear can do that. So that may have just been the pear note. My husband also said, you know, it smells like apple and chemical. So anyway, it was okay though. I mean, I think these were $2, so not bad for what I paid. And I've got one Yankee candle. This is Renewing Coconut and Iris. And this is a little slightly different clamshell than I normally see. It says refresh and renew with a blend of iris and fresh coconut softened with cotton flower and blonde woods. Top notes watery ozone, pink cotton flower, and agave. Mid notes of sun poppy, coconut water, white iris. Base of blonde woods, violet leaf, sandalwood, and amber. So you can see how these cubes were. And what I did was, I had already tried, I think, 2 of the cubes in one of my Scentsy warmers, or one of the other warmers I have going anyway. And this wax was quite a bit harder. So what I did was put them in an empty candle vessel and put them in a candle crock, and did really well. This is definitely a creamy floral. Creamy first, then like the white floral. Very nice. I like this scent. I don't like that the wax is so hard to melt. So you gotta have a really good warmer to, you know, get good scent out of it. And last melts is Tropical Blue Martini. And this is from Walmart. It is... This looks similar to what I have seen the Pioneer Woman melts, but it does not say Pioneer Woman on here. It's just Walmart. Anyway, scent notes, blue water, pineapple, and orange. It was mostly orange. It has a hole in the top, so, you know, when I push it closed, air comes out and still pushes that air out. Anyway, mostly orange, tiny bit of pineapple, tiny bit of blue water, but not a repurchase for me. It was nice. And I also just dumped the whole thing into an empty candle vessel, into a candle crock, and did it that way. All right, got a hair on my warmer. 3 Kringle jars for candles. Let's start with the smaller one, gray. And this is citrus florals, exotic wood, and musk. Undertones of vanilla and tonka bean. Sorry. So, this is a masculine scent, but there is a lot of that vanilla and tonka bean in it. So it definitely makes that masculine scent a lot more tolerable and smooth and easier on the nose, kind of, than a cologne scent would. Yeah, very nice. Highly recommend this scent. Even if you don't like masculine cologne type scents, give this one a try, because I'm telling you, that smooth vanilla just helps cream it out and makes it good. That is 14.5 ounces. And this was sitting under a crock for a while, and then, under a candle lamp for a while, and then went into a crock. If you're curious about candle lamps, candle crocks, I have an entire series, kind of an introduction video, and then some videos showing you the lamps and crocks that I have. I will leave a link to that down below if you want to watch those. Next, let's go with this one. Apple Basil from Kringle. And this is obviously the large one. I think this is 22 ounces. This is top notes of Italian citrus accord, Sicilian orange peel with mid notes of wild herb and lavender, base white cedar and western pine. A little too heavy on the basil for me. I just read you the wrong thing. Oh, it's been a rough week already, if you can't tell. Okay, let's start it over again. Apple, basil. Top notes of crisp green apple and basil, mid notes of sparkling pear blossom, and base notes of bamboo and musk. So, this went under a candle lamp for a while and then into a candle crock. When I was done with it, it is heavy on the basil to my nose. So, I do get apple, that bamboo to kind of give it that green watering almost, and then basil. And the basil, I would say, is like 50% of it. So it's just too much basil for me. Now, the last candle we have, and the notes that I read you a while ago, Sicilian orange. Top notes of Italian citrus accord and Sicilian orange peel with mid notes of wild herb and lavender with a base of white cedar and western pine. And this went into, it was under a lamp for a little while, for a few days, and then I just put it in the crock. I know Mr. Kong's mom, Melanie, loves this scent, and it is a good scent. I actually have a different favorite scent from Kringle, though. My favorite is Tinsel Time, and it's orange and thyme, basically. I love that one. This, it is primarily orange. Does have a little bit of that lavender and a little bit of woodsiness to it, but definitely prominent orange scent. Very nice, and you know, a little complex with those other notes. You do get those, it's just not a lot. And overall, the fragrance itself did very well in the open area. All right, that's it. That's all I have. I wish I could see 37 minutes. It could be worse, right? All right. Thanks for watching. Let's see. What scent do you love most from the Bring Back My Bar that we just had? And let me know which ones went into your club. Quite a few of them went into my club, at least for now, until I can make some decisions. I'm just postponing, you know, making decisions on that. But anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. Remember that flash sale starts at 10 a.m. Central Time. So what's that? 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. Be there or be square. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.